Hey guys, it's me, Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. How are you doing today, guys? Today we're going to talk about our favorite subject, which is sales. All right, we got a great topic for ourselves today, so let's go ahead and dive right on into it. What is our cool topic for today? Our cool topic for today is selling. Why is being first at your customer's home or business to sell your product, why it'll pay big time? The question is how important is it for you to be first when you knock on a customer's door, if they're just moving in, or if you're coming out with a new service? Maybe you're in a neighborhood where people need your services and you're the first one who knocks on the door. Knock, knock. Or maybe you're that first one who picks up that heavy phone and calls them. And if you have a lead source that puts you in an environment, in an area, or over the phone where somebody's touched something and maybe they're moving into a new home and they need all kinds of services, or they are just a person talking to you over the phone, they're valuable, guys. I'm just saying, if you're the very first person to sell your services, like say for instance, insurance, if you sell life insurance and if you get an opportunity to knock on somebody's door and they let you in and you're the first person there, guaranteed you're going to have a better opportunity to close those sales. And the reason being is because, see, people, they need help, but see, a lot of times they just don't want to be sold by people who take advantage of them. So what do? We try to get our lead list. We try to get there first. I route my day out on a weekly basis. If customers aren't there, what I do is I put a star by the homes and leave some literature and stuff, and I go back and I go back and I go back until they say no, or I don't see those customers, or it's just too much time that's passed. And I keep this portfolio available because I'm a salesperson and you're a salesperson, and selling wise, being first at your customer's home to sell your product, make you big money. Because see, a lot of times people don't even go knock on doors. A lot of times people don't even pick up those heavy phones. They're afraid to. So what do we have to do to make ourselves a little bit different? We've got to be the first one. And if you're the first one there, a lot of times they won't even talk to anybody else, because generally people talk to the very first person. Just like in real estate, they have the very first person that they talk to that talks to them, or a family member or a friend. It just goes on and on and on. And selling, why being first at your customer's home so important, and it can make you big money. You know, I sell pool services, heaters, motors, and equipment. And I'm going to tell you what, we have got a tremendous amount of different competition out there. I mean, these people, they don't go out and do what I do. So some people, they really appreciate the opportunity to see somebody who's out there actually working. They hate solicitors. I'm telling you, a lot of people hate solicitors, and I hate that word because it sounds dirty. It's solicitors, like you're trying to solicit, take something from them. But in reality, we're out selling. And if you're the very first person that knocks on their door about a product, maybe you have a water source system that you're selling, water systems, or maybe you're selling pool services or heaters or motors or equipment. A lot of times people say they want to get quotes, and sometimes they will get quotes. They'll get 2 or 3 quotes. But generally, if you're the first or the last person, you have the opportunity to close more sales. And if you can ask for the order right off the bat within less than a few, within the time frame that you're there with the customer, and ask them to go ahead and purchase, you're already ahead of the game. Like I said, guys, selling, why being first at your customer's home to sell products pays big time, because people need our services. They need our products. And if they don't have an idea about our products or our services, they may eventually go look through them online or something to find services. But if we're knocking on their doors and they have time to talk with you, if they perceive the value in what your product of and your service makes sense and you can fit it in their budget, people are going to purchase from you. But selling, why being the first one there? Because see, everybody else is going to, if they come after you, they're either going to have to drop their prices, they're going to have to lower their prices because they know that they have some competition. And if you leave your best game with your customers, even if they need to think about it, or maybe they've got other quotes that they want to get, if you leave them in a positive way, I ain't going to say you'll get it every time, because sometimes people will lowball you, but if you're the first one there, everybody else, if anybody else even shows up, because I hear it from customers all the time, they told me they won't show up, they're going to give me an estimate, but they ain't been here. Well, ma'am, I'm here. Sir, I'm here. So if we can go ahead and wrap this up, we can go ahead and get you taken care of today. You see what I'm saying, guys? And selling, why being first at your customer's home to sell products pays big time, is because a lot of times people don't even go out and see people. They really don't. They get a lead source. They may try it once. The customer's not there. So what do? They just forget about it. Not me. I use Road Warrior and PestPack. Road Warrior is a really cool program where you can actually set up your day up to 180 locations and put stars and notes and dates and information. So if you don't see those customers, you can actually go back and revisit those customers. And why is selling so important? Like I said, if you put out a flyer or information, you leave it for the customer, I mean, that's something different. You're out there, you're doing something that most people don't do. And when you're selling services, I'm telling you what, guys, being first, it makes all the difference in the world. I'm telling you, if you need to paint a house, if you need some work done on your house, if you need service work, if you need updates, there are people like me that would love to help you to be able to purchase whatever you need. And I'm a sales guy, and I'll tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, and the warts and all. I'm not going to be one of these people that tells you stuff that doesn't make sense. But selling, why being first at your customer's home to sell products pays big time. It really does, guys. I can't say it no more than that. So if you got an opportunity to go out and see these customers, don't waste your leads. Go out and see these people, knock on these heavy doors, pick up that heavy phone, and be the first one to call, because they may go ahead and say, oh, that sounds good, I'll go ahead and take that. Okay, all right. Number one, first. All right.